And now, Minion Works presents Freelance Heroism.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And we just want to say thank you to all the patrons out there that help us make a better show for everyone by donating and supporting the cause. Right?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Rachel, do you want to tell us who those patrons are?
I would love to. So I want to say thank you to Mo Walker, Rebecca, Breakmeister, The Minion Works, RAO Teabaggin, Chris Deeds, Chris Sones, Christopher Hildebrand, and Orient_Tiger. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Beyonce. I know, weird transition, but I do. I want to talk about her.
Okay.
Because I'm not a huge Beyonce fan musically, right? Like I'm not big into that genre of music, like the sort of poppy R&B. That's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say Beyonce fucking kills that shit with those music videos. And I don't mean music videos like the self-contained 2-minute, MTV music videos. I mean like those huge fucking, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I think the last music video of hers I saw was they filmed it in like the Louvre, and I thought it was really cool.
It is so cool, man. That stuff is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I there's a whole generation of musical artists that were like created giving sort of an unfair system, right? So like before, musicians just had to be good at music, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all that was required of a musician, was to play good music, put them on the radio, it's fine. Geddy Lee is a good musician, but he is a weird looking dude, right? There was no visual component required at the time. You just had to play good music, right?
Right.
But then they kind of started judging musicians, not just on their musical prowess and their ability to be original and write good songs, but also they had to be attractive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they also had to be charming.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, damn it. Like, you're moving the goalposts, right? But Beyonce is one of those artists that I thought actually like was able to clear that hurdle without a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they moved the goalpost again, where they not only did she succeed in a model that was made to eliminate the majority of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you didn't just have to play guitar anymore or be a good singer. You had to also be attractive while doing it. And then you also had to make these music videos that had to be entertaining. But they're not like movies. They had to be short, like fucking like microfilm, right?
Yep.
And then after all of that, she was a good singer. She was able to dance. She was attractive. She fucking made the music videos. People liked it. She got popular. Then the music industry shifts and it has to be all digital. Now you have to be all digital. To be digital now. So that worked out. So now Beyonce has literally cleared every hurdle, right? And now MTV decides that instead of playing music videos, they're going to just play shitty fucking, juice heads, fucking gym rats, fucking greasing each other with orange fucking body oils and shit like that. That's the entire channel now. And then it was like, oh, look, 15-year-olds are pregnant. Let's turn that into a show. And it was like, oh, you know what else we could do? Their date on the internet was a lie. We should make that into a series and play that for 14 hours straight instead of music on music television.
Mm-hmm.
So they've just eliminated completely music television, which was the entire business model. They told these musicians, not only now do you have to work in this system, and then they did. Then they took the system out from under. So then where do you put a music video now? YouTube?
Pretty much.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. So this person's entire career has been told by every fucking person that decides who gets to be famous and popular, right? Mm-hmm. Whoever is the gatekeeper told them, these are the rules you need to follow. Then they changed the rules. Then they swept the rug out from under him. And Beyonce, instead of being like, well, I guess I'll go back to just singing, she was like, no, fuck this. And so she like goes out and makes these massive fucking music videos.
Mhm.
And then she's like, I'm going to put them on Disney, bitch. I'm like, Look, I'm not a Beyonce fan. Not a huge fan of her music. And but that drive, man, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I like that. She told the industry that tried to fuck her over 3 or 4 or 5 times to go fuck themselves. And then every time now she releases something, it's a fucking massive hit. So good for you, Beyonce, who's not going to listen to a D&D podcast. But
it would be weird
but anyway,
if she did.
What if she's like really into D&D?
Yeah, she just doesn't have time for it, though.
It's her and Jay-Z just playing D&D all the time. I would play the shit out of some D&D with Jay-Z. Oh, man. That might... Jay-Z and Nas at the same fucking D&D game. Nas, what are you doing? Oh, I'm building my thief. I'm like, oh. Get it, because Thief's Theme is a good song. Never mind.
Okay.
You can clip all that out. No one's going to get it. It's a joke from 1995.
I'll leave it for the one listener that will get it. If you're that one listener, please email these.
Please do. I want to know if I'm hitting anybody out there, or if I'm just making comments for me. But yeah, so that was just something I was thinking about the other day. I was like, how unfair have they treated these people, these musicians that had to conform to a musical format that was like, hey, we're going to shorten your songs. No more 5 or 6 minute songs. They all have to be 2 or 3 minutes. They have to be poppy. They have to be catchy. You know what I mean? And then it was like, we have to put music videos in them. And then all of a sudden it was like, no more music videos. It was like, that's my entire career, asshole. You could just replace me with the Jersey Shore and that's that. Oh, man. Yeah, I was thinking about that. And I was, when I saw that she had just released that new music video, I was like, man, that is some cool shit. Mm-hmm. So good for her.
Do we want to talk about this episode?
Yeah. So what you're hearing now is what's going to happen in this episode. It's a goof off. It's a hangout. Mm-hmm. It's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good description. What do you think? How would you describe it?
It's very much
concisely put. Like, thank you, Rachel.
You know how when you hang out with like your D&D friends and it's like, okay, we're definitely about to start playing, and then everyone goes off topic for an hour.
Yeah,
that's what this is.
Yeah, but this is only that.
Yes.
There's no game in here.
No.
So yeah, I mean, everyone does that. Every game does that, and it's part of the charm of what makes. And we try to keep a little bit of that kind of stuff in the game, but we can't leave all of it in. Otherwise, we'd still be, trying to get out of the first church that we entered. but this is all what is it? All Crunchberries? Oops, all Crunchberries. Right? Uh-huh. And don't say oops, motherfucker. You printed the damn label. It wasn't an accident. You knew how many Crunchberries were going in this motherfucker. Anyway. But yeah, so that's what this is. It's Oops, all Crunchberries, except for the Crunchberries are dick jokes. And fart jokes and poop jokes and mostly orifice-based humor.
That's true.
Not all of it. I mean, there's some good, solid political satire. Just some good. I was supposed to do a jazzy opening, guys.
You were.
I was supposed to do some sort of jazzy thing, but then I heard it and I was like, this isn't jazzy. This isn't a jazzy song.
I sent you that music a week ago and you approved
But
it.
I didn't think jazzy. I thought something else. I might have said jazzy, but that's not what I meant.
You did say jazzy.
Well, that's not what I meant.
I searched for jazz.
That's what you found?
Yeah.
That wasn't jazz. That was mislabeled.
I don't know.
That was like some smooth jazz, like some Kenny G, welcome to the elevator, which floor would you like to get off kind of jazz. Is that going to be playing during this?
Yeah, it should still be playing right now.
Okay, good. Listen to this. Does it sound like jazz to you? No, it's not jazz. Okay. Leave that space in there. I want that to isolate what we're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it.
Mhm. Next week will be a Bard Company episode,
Woot.
so got more gameplay coming.
Was this only a one episode?
No, this is a two-parter. So after next week's Bard Company, we'll have the second half of our hangout, and then we'll start our Curse of Strahd finale.
That was a noise that bad guys make.
Uh-huh.
I've seen a lot of bad guys, and they all do that.
Oh, okay. Where are you seeing all these bad guys?
I see them in the mirror. They creep out from behind the Friginator.
Is this your Sling Blade voice coming?
I like that voice. I don't give a shit how many times
You
I
use
do
it
it.
a lot.
I know I like it because it's creepy as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I rub myself with sandpaper.
Oh,
Mhm.
no.
I like the grit.
What are we doing for the retrospective again?
Goofing off and talking like a regular
All right.
podcast.
All right.
Why?
Not achieving quest goals.
You guys
Hey. That is the best part of Bardic Company. You can ask any of our listeners.
That's the
whole
only
fucking reason. That's the whole reason they listen to us.
In all fairness, Rachel would like us to just create a spreadsheet of all the things that will happen and give it to them in the first episode.
That is not. Deese is just salty because I don't like Lost.
She was mad because in episode 1 they didn't explain all of the mysteries all at once.
That's not it.
And then at the end of season 2, they were so indignant that they didn't explain all the things that are coming up in season 3 at the end of season 2. And it was just like, how the fuck do they even get by writing? I don't know. I don't know. Rachel wants to just read menus of things that tells you like all the ingredients.
That's not.
That's what
It's
you
not
want.
even close to why I don't like Lost.
She
Why
wants
don't you
every
like
television show to come with a flow chart. Is that what you're saying?
I don't.
She doesn't like human sexuality or the fact that people don't have Borg hive minds and know everything everyone else knows
No.
Okay.
I don't like the characters. Like,
because they're
I just
human.
don't like any of the people. Every time that like
Needs
Kate
more
goes out into
vampire.
the woods, the like people who make the show are like, oh no, Kate and whatever guy she's in the woods with fell on
It's-
top of each other.
It's two
Oh,
guys.
no,
She-
they did
she's
it
in
again.
a fraught
no.
relationship with two people.
Now they're gonna like get into their underwear and swim
You know
around.
the standard number of people that a person is with? One. Add one more, and then you're there. It's not like she's going out there with a carnival.
But it's like literally every time. It's like, oh no, they tripped. Oh no, they're both in a net together.
No, I think you point out when it happens, but a lot of times
'Cause
they
it
go out there
happens
and
every
don't,
time.
and they go out there and don't do that all the time. But you never be like, there's a thing that's strong against my argument.
So another reason that I don't like Lost is
Okay.
because it's like, oh, there's this weird thing that's happening. This weird thing happens. Isn't this thing weird? Okay. Now 12 episodes later, no one has told anyone else about this weird thing.
Because
We're gonna kind of give you an answer to it, but it's actually just in connection to a different weirder thing that we're then not gonna talk about.
Okay, here's the thing. When you see something really crazy and no one else did, you're just like, I should probably keep that to myself.
Yeah, but if you're on an island where a bunch of weird stuff keeps happening, why aren't you
But the
like,
weird
oh, I
stuff is
noticed a
all-
pattern?
The weird thing was I heard a noise in the woods. That was in the first 2 episodes, and they were like, oh,
It wasn't
must
just
be an
a
animal.
It was like things knocking trees down.
Big ass elephant or something. I don't know what's out there, but
was
to
just-
speculate that
Then why
Bob and
wouldn't you be
Jane
like,
fucking
hey-
each other out in the woods somewhere.
the shadow monster that you saw that one time
Okay,
that could
no
have been
one
a cloud
saw.
that you applied fucking
one-
any kind of sentience to. Like,
No
you're
one
just
actually saw
terrified.
the shadow monster at first. It was just,
No,
oh,
that's
there's
because
a
he trip
weird
fell
noise.
landed on Kate's dick.
Because he was a shadow monster in the dark.
But
You know what I mean?
but they still heard the noise and they saw trees getting knocked over, and then
Right.
no one's like, hey, wasn't that weird and kind of creepy that
You're right.
something
Nothing
is
knocks down
knocking
trees. Once a
But
tree's
why wouldn't you
planted,
talk
it's there
about
forever.
that? Why wouldn't you talk about that with like everyone
Perma-tree.
else there?
They did. As a matter of fact, there's a whole part of the episode where they were all talking about what do you think it might be in
I
the
must have been
woods.
so
A
bored I
dinosaur?
tuned out.
If a tree falls in the jungle and Bob and Jane are too busy 69ing each other, does anyone hear it?
Yeah, they do, and they also
It's-
talk about it a whole lot. But Rachel just tunes that out because
No,
it's not
there's
good
like
for her narrative. That she's
there's like a part
crafting.
where someone gets like attacked by a polar bear or something, and then
Right.
he just doesn't mention it.
No, they do.
He's like to
They
one
were away-
person. It's not like a thing that
There were 3
he's
people
not like,
that got
hey
attacked.
guys,
3 people knew.
they're
There
polar
was one
bears.
other
Let's
dude
be
in
careful.
the council. He was away putting up an antenna rig at the time. So, I mean, what are you going to do? You going to fax him? He's putting up the communication line now. It's like, I need to send a message to the guy who's establishing the place that we send messages. So, until he's there and done, he's going to not know about this polar bear. That's just what's going to happen. And all the other fucking regular people on the island are all scrubby fucking like old people who do laundry professionally. They're not going to help with the big problems.
How do you know that unless you talk
Because
to
the
them?
last time they told them, they ran out into the woods and 3 people got killed. Remember? Then one of them got kidnapped.
They could have
and-
learned.
You're not certain which people are actually like betraying them to another group that they just found out about. One of the people that they did trust and told everything to ended up betraying them. So now they know their little tight-knit unit is good. I just think they should get Hurley in on it. That's the only thing. I think Hurley's been trustworthy and he's put up good numbers. Hey, Google, lights off. There we go. I need to sit in a sullen place right now. This horse shit. Rachel's pitching over here.
And with that, we start the retrospective.
Yep.
The first 5 minutes is just me and Dees arguing
That
about a
should be how
show
it
that
starts.
ended like
It should
15
fade
years
in.
ago.
It should fade in from nothing
No
into a
context.
full-on argument.
No
Hey,
context.
Dees, I should warn you.
Yeah.
The whole reason Rachel likes Fallout 3 over New Vegas is because of the massive amount of people in New Vegas. The island just might have too many people on it for Rachel.
Well, they're solving that slowly but surely.
Just not fast enough
No,
for
they're
her.
not.
The way
They
she
keep-
kills
they keep
players,
adding
she wants the
people.
people. She wants the show to kill people.
Those people are already there, Rachel.
Yeah, but
They
they're
didn't
getting,
just get
they're getting
there. They were already there.
introduced. Like,
So if you don't know about them, then it doesn't exist. That sounds like some
because the
Donald
show
Trump
does-
shit.
because the show doesn't like spend time on them, and now it's like, oh wait, there's
Don't
other
test for
people.
people. People don't exist.
There's other
right,
people
Donald?
like living elsewhere. Oh, there's also other people underground. Oh, like someone's gonna show up on a boat later.
There was one person underground,
I mean, it started with 2 people,
but that guy's dead.
yeah,
This is
but
what I'm
there was
saying.
a whole
They're
episode about
already doing a
him.
good job.
There's a whole episode about this other guy.
There's a lot
who
more
wasn't
episodes about him, and he's fan-fucking-tastic.
God,
in
D,
He's
the
already
hatch.
dead.
D-Walk, imagine
Ah.
how pissed off she's going to be in like a season and a half when they come across the cast from Gilligan's Island on the other side.
See, let me tell you,
Right?
nobody's
Yeah.
mad at season 5. It's impossible to be mad at season 5 of Lost.
Oh,
We'll
give
see
Rachel a
about
chance.
When you get to
Rachel
season
said.
6, a lot of good arguments to be mad at season 6. There's some pretty strong arguments to be mad at season 4. Nobody's mad at season 5, man. That's some good shit. That's some Jacob shit, you know? That's some good Jacob shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm a fan of all these old sci-fi franchises. I like them. These fantasy kind of things. I like that. I like First Wave. Do you like First Wave? Ain't none of you fuckers seen First Wave. You
Seen
guys are a
that.
bunch of sci-fi scrub lords. But I bet you've all seen fucking Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
No,
No.
thank Christ for that.
Or
I got
Do you
kids.
know more than 2 Miley Cyrus songs?
And I
Just
heard
like-
No, I don't even know
9 Inch
one.
Nail covers from the Black Mirror episode.
That's the nerdiest way to tie Miley Cyrus in. So congratulations. I'll give you points for that one.
Does Ron Jeremy singing Wrecking Ball count?
Ron Jeremy?
Yeah, he
a
covered
different
Wrecking
kind
Ball.
I
Because
bet
of course he did.
bet he did. He's overqualified for Wrecking Ball.
All right, do we want to get started on this retrospective and maybe do some sort of
He's got a
introduction
front end
for it?
unloader.
I thought we already had started.
Yeah, this is what it is, right?
Okay.
Okay, so what is your favorite moment so far in the game? What do you think? Up until this point, where we've released, not stuff that's coming up soon. And Nate, let's you can use Bardic Company.
Oh,
Since you're in
well,
Bardic Company.
Bardic Company, but Shit River Rapids. I just that entire ordeal of listening to Deese just completely come apart at the seams at the thought of potentially even coming anywhere close to the water
That's
is
ancient shit
is
water, though.
hilarious.
There's like generational shit water in
And
it.
his whole the entire logical progression of buckets and depths and what that means, and just
Yeah.
that's good
There's
stuff.
feet of floatage. What about you, D-Walk?
My favorite moment's still to come.
What?
Um,
My favorite moment that we've already done is still to come. That's the most mysterious thing I've ever heard. What about second favorite then?
okay.
It hasn't even been thought of yet. My favorite thing is ephemeral.
All right. I think my favorite moment was the Horseman.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, outside of the Mirrorverse, because we've already talked about that countless times. I think my favorite was the Horseman catching you guys.
That was a pretty gnarly set of individuals to fight. Yeah.
So,
And there's something about being really, really close to death that makes you appreciate your character more. You know? When someone's taking chunks out of your face while simultaneously drowning you, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, what do you think?
Honestly, I don't listen to the podcast, so
Oh, yeah. You already listened to it like 3 times as you edit.
that's true.
That time
I mean, the most-
didn't sleep.
The
Else don't sleep.
I mean, that was pretty good. I don't know. Recently, like the episode where you and I are arguing about Featherfall and whether or not it would affect a single book versus a sheet full of books.
Right.
Normally, I would edit out stuff like that because it's a very long. It's essentially the whole episode is just us arguing.
Right.
But when I was editing it, it was just so funny.
I love that stuff. I think you have to leave that in. Also, I thought of another strong argument for it. Books are wrapped in leather. Skin is leather.
This
Right.
was an argument that you made.
Did I make that?
Yes,
Okay, good. Well, I'm just covering my
but it
bases,
doesn't. I'm not getting into this argument again.
With
I
such a
wouldn't.
good argument, he's going to make it twice. Damn it!
though. So nice, you got to logically prove it twice. Yeah, I mean,
what
there's
was yours?
so many good moments in this game. I can't. I'm trying to think about which one in particular is my favorite. I think Shit River was up there, but I don't want to say something someone else said. I really liked the edit you did where you put music behind my speech on top of the church.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty rad. I mean, it's not funny necessarily, but it is sort of funny that I requested it and you did it, even though I had requested claps like 100 times. You never put those in.
I'm changing my answer. So my favorite part was that
Not
time
put a
you
clap.
you didn't ask for applause, and that's when I put in the applause. That's my favorite moment.
You should record me saying bitch and just put that in there after you do stuff like that. No, I mean, I like this game, and in particular, we can talk about it ending, right? That it's
I
going
think
to
so.
end.
I mean, we're in Strahd's castle.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that we're not going to continue on. We're going to make some new stuff, some new characters, some new entertainment, and hopefully everyone likes them as much. Can we announce that now?
Yeah.
I don't
see why not.
like. Okay. Well, I want to announce one other thing with Nate. Nate has been on the team, on the freelancers, for a little while now. We
Yep.
had some staffing issues, and we were like, we need another person. Who do we get? And it was just like, Nate, we're gonna get Nate. So we got him.
So you're saying you wanted my staff?
Yeah.
Yes, all of it.
No,
Whoa.
Jake's
I
been
like
really
it.
busy with work
Yeah.
lately,
Yeah.
and his schedule has been crazy. So
Yeah, and after with Bubba stepping away, it left us really short, and we're just really happy to have Nate on board.
yes,
Very good player, good voice, and good like mind for the type of game we play.
yeah.
Look at
Murder
him.
Hobo 101. It's not that difficult.
No.
His head is blushing. Look at him.
Yeah.
No, it's been great. Like Nate's
Yeah.
been like doing the freelance gaming editing stuff, which is really
Yeah.
nice. I have someone else to commiserate about editing with
Mhm.
because Nate does editing for Minion Works.
Yes, for 7 years now. Ugh, no. Yes, I know. But I'm actually happy to be able to do some more creative stuff with very creative people who have the same mindset. And it's that old adage, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's kind of what it feels like again. So
That's
it's
good.
pretty neat.
Aw.
Aw,
There,
damn.
end of gushy stuff. There,
Yeah.
I'll balance it back out. I'm glad that you're no longer short, and I could bring my staff along. So there you go.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good for the bite-sized episodes. You know, that quarter,
Yeah.
eighth staff.
Eighth staff, yeah,
Eighth staff.
fills those 15 minutes just fine. Trust me.
That's yeah. 15 minutes. What are you? So what? A movie star?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that we've had a good sort of vibe, like a melt of everyone together, sort of like in this patty melt of a game
Mhm.
that we're able to kind of get some cheeses that blend well, add a smoky texture and flavor to the sandwich of podcastery that we're.
I like to think
falling apart.
I like to think I bring a good mouthfeel.
Yeah. I was thinking that. I was like, how would I describe Nate? Solid mouthfeel,
There you go.
full-bodied mouthfeel.
Yes,
want-
Rachel's
that's
now.
my punk
Rachel's
band.
now actually like she's wanting to take her vote back. I'm sure.
I'm just gonna leave.
So, in the next
Yes,
game,
she's still here.
D-Walk, do you want to tell us about our next universe?
Well, why not? The next universe we're taking is we're stepping right into Faerun, actually. What most of you guys know and love is Forgotten Realms.
Woo!
Created by Ed Greenwood back in the day. Forgotten Realms, so much classic D&D, so much history and rich lore. And the difference between us going into Forgotten Realms versus the Curse of Strahd we're in, we're no longer kind of like limited to the gothic horror environment we're in. Now we have the full access to the full fantasy domain, the full realms, which they're fucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So they're starting to see what's actually fully coming full spectrum with them in Dragon Heist now, and we are actually going to be taking up Dragon Heist.
Ooh.
And
Yep.
at least that's where we're starting. Where we in, we'll see how the dice go.
It's great to have
Ominous.
all that expanded universe, all of that rich lore and information you talk about, and yet it all just comes back down to buttholes and arguing.
Well, it's not all
that's about it.
buttholes. It's not all
Oh
buttholes.
no, not
We're
all
really
buttholes.
expanding our buttholes.
Mouthfuls.
That's good.
We're really. I think we're going to really get in there, right? And
Dig deep.
expand it, right? Get our hands dirty. Really, just feel around, see what we can come up with.
Stretch things out a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, grab a kidney. Just give it a tug.
I regret reminding you guys that we were doing this retrospective.
Well, the thing that I think that maybe we could go over.
We'll
the
just feel it
characters.
out for now. Just keep rolling with it.
Yeah, let's go over the characters we're going to be playing.
All right. I'm the dungeon master.
Nate, do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I am playing a water genasi by the name of Rain Trichet. Rain comes from the southern Sword Coast, the deep southern Sword Coast. He is kind of an alderman in the dock ward. Not quite a politician, but someone who's very well connected. And so he is kind of a bit of a diplomat. I don't know if he acts as the face of the party or not. Some cases yes, but In other cases, he's just there to stab things. So, and so far, I've been doing both of those okay, I suppose.
I think you've been great, and I think especially for situations and where the people that we're conversing with are maybe a higher class or connected to some sort of political machine. You're definitely the face we go to.
Yeah, I mean we've already hobnobbed with socialites, the socialites of Waterdeep, while you were outside making garbage can chicken. So we've got that good balance there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Seasoned with despair. Okay, Rachel.
Yes.
Tell us about your character from the Princess Kingdom, is it?
Castle Ward.
Princess Kingdom, right.
Yeah, so I'm playing a wood elf named Adri Lyodin. So I'm really branching out here. She's from a noble family. She has a brother. Her mom sadly passed away before the game started, so it's just her and her brother and her dad living in their giant mansion with all of their money.
Right.
She's sort of inventor-ish, kind of scrappy, I guess. Not really she doesn't really act like a noble, I don't think, other than her inability to comprehend how money works for anyone who's not the 1%, essentially.
Yeah.
But it's all in good, she's well-meaning,
Right. She's white girl elf. She does yoga. She drinks a lot of coffee.
Drinks a lot of coffee.
But not normal coffee, like coffee that's like sugar with coffee on top.
She has a horse for every day of the week.
Right.
That kind of, yeah. And she's very, very protective of her windows. So just keep that in mind.
Because they keep getting broken.
I wonder why.
Speaking of someone who keeps breaking windows.
Yes.
Dees, who are you playing?
I am playing an analog of a previous wonderful character that we've all, probably the best character, maybe. A lot of people are saying it.
No one's saying it.
A lot of people. I've heard a lot of people saying it.
You heard yourself saying it.
I heard. Yeah. No, it's a thing that some people are saying. Anyone who says otherwise, fake news.
Yeah. You play only the best characters. Only the best characters.
The biggest, most beautiful characters.
Yes.
The biggest, most. Yeah. Anyway, I'm playing Kavir, but in this.
Sorry,
version,
how do you say his name?
Kavir.
Kabir.
Kavir.
Kavir.
Kavir. Yeah.
Weird. So weird.
You'll get used to it. It's such a perfect name that it just doesn't roll off the tongue for most normal people.
It sounds kind of weird. Sounds like maybe some sort of disease.
Yeah, well, Adri sounds like something you use to scrub a toilet with. So. Okay. It's a cleanly ducky.
Yeah, I was about to say there, dude. You beat me to the clean duck.
Bye, Adri. Today.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Kavir does sound like an STD. I didn't think about that before.
Oh, are you serious? With Trichet?
Dude, I got a 7-year case of Trichet.
All of us are born with syphilis. Okay, that's just the way things roll down south.
Hey, welcome to the docks.
You get down around Daggerford, you can pick up all kinds of things. That's all I'm saying.
This Kavir though is a little different than the last one. The last Kavir was a professional. He was kind of quick of mind and quick of hand, but not necessarily the strongest or most durable. This guy is the exact opposite. Wears heavy armor and is a doctor and wants genuinely to help people, even though he retains his sort of gritty demeanor. It's sort of focused in a different way. So I'm excited for people to get to know this non-professional Kavir, aka Kavir the Raven. I think that with maybe, I don't know if this is like a season. It's like a second generation, Gen 2 of Freelance Heroism. We've got a lot of cool stuff. We're trying out some new things. I thought we were doing pretty cool stuff with the gaming video where we're taking the original cast of Freelance Heroism and kind of throwing them around in different universes. Spoilers, hints, whatever. Take from that what you want. Like in Borderlands, it's still us. Do you know what I mean? It's still our characters, but sort of thrown into a different universe, and we kind of goof off there like we do in whatever universe we were in before.
Yeah, it's like it's Bard Company, but in a video game. In that there are lots of quests to be done, and very few of them actually get accomplished.
Right, and the one that we actually did do, we said let's not complete this one for technical.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely Bard Company.
Yeah.
We're fucking with each other more than we fuck with the bad guys.
I think it's fun though.
It's a damn good thing friendly fire does not exist in Borderlands.
Oh God,
We'd be
right?
so fucked. We would just be fucked with a capital F.
It does. It just works in a different way. You have to be in a car to hurt someone, which is sort of like the fucking goddamn it. What's his name?
I'm pretty sure you ran me over and I didn't die.
The Billy Joel methodology for hurting your friends.
Yeah, you actually made a Billy Joel reference in one of the episodes.
Get
just
in a
to that.
vehicle, and then you can hurt anyone you want.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that's coming up. If you're looking for serious gameplay, probably not the one for you.
No.
But it's not just that. We're also doing some other games. I don't want to announce those yet, but we already recorded one other game.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some other games that I'm sure in the future that we'll be playing. We had talked about one or two, but until we do that, we're just going to kind of keep that in pocket. But there's lots of cool content, and especially for all the patrons that donate, that make it possible for us to really kind of branch out and try other things and experiment and stuff like that. And thank you guys for supporting us. And
absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, allowing us to make cool content and enjoy all of the content that we make. I thought I was going to have a heart attack laughing at that car segment where we're chasing each other with the cars. And I kept trying to get the front wheels up so I could hump the other car. And I finally got good at it. I was able to start like doing this weird wobble. Like when you're about to approach, you kind of wobble the front wheels and they'll pop up. So
I just remember two words. Inconvenient bones.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
These inconvenient bones have stopped us multiple times.
Inconvenient bones.
Ever since middle school math class. So let's step away from game stuff for a bit, right? We've kind of demoed the sort of things that we're going to be doing coming up. Let's talk about some random stuff, all right? Let's do a would you rather. What do you think?
Sounds horrible. Let's do it.
Okay, does anyone
this is going to go bad.
Does anyone have a would you rather that they'd like to use now, or do you want me to just randomly come up with one?
I don't know. You tend to be a font of would you rather expertise.
Fuckery.
So, yeah, that'd be another good way to do it.
Okay.
So, yeah, go for it.
All right. Would you rather everything that you eat in your mouth turned into Cool Ranch Doritos, drinks included, or would you rather put your hand or your finger into whatever food you're going to eat, or anyone sitting across the table from you would eat? So, like, if you sat at a table with you and your wife, Nate, before she could eat her food, you'd have to put your finger inside it and then pull it out and be like, okay, it's good now. Like, or everything you eat turns into Cool Ranch Doritos in your mouth.
Now, logically, I need to ask.
Yeah.
You said including like liquid,
right?
Will we still get the nutrition from the water if it's
Once it's like transubstantiation, but like in a hiccup. So like it's a regular.
So
food.
it's Jesus Doritos. Got it.
Put it in your mouth, and as you go to chew, it turns into Cool Ranch Doritos. You get the flavor and the experience of Cool Ranch Doritos. You know, even the risky parts of the corner pieces. You know, the dangerous part.
I'd rather eat Cool Ranch Doritos than face me putting my finger in my wife's food every night.
Yeah.
Just for the rest of your life, though. Cool Ranch Doritos.
It's still safer than dealing with the wife and me putting my finger in her food.
Well, but it's not just the wife. It's
everyone.
It's everyone. So, like, if I sit across from a coworker or a group of coworkers,
fuck them. I don't care about them.
You could turn it into a game. If you have like a group of coworkers, like boop 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 boop. We're all the same now.
No one would take me out to eat, though. And see, that's kind of maybe the balance in that is that after people like caught on to the fact that every time Nathan goes and eats with me, he's going to stick his finger in my food.
Right.
No one's going to eat with me.
Right.
And if there's a loophole here, you say that every time I sit down to eat with someone, does that mean that they are at the same table? What happens if I'm sitting at a different
range?
table?
Let's say a 10-foot circle. So, like, if you sit in a close restaurant, you have to get up and put your finger in their food as well.
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't eaten in a restaurant in 6 months.
Yeah,
I don't really miss it, so I don't really give a fuck. Oh, no. Plenty of people are fucking eating in restaurants. Stay the fuck home, you assholes. Eat takeout like a goddamn sensible person. But if you're telling me
put your finger in it first.
Yeah, put your finger in it. Absolutely. If you're telling me there's a 10-foot range, I don't like people, generally speaking. So if you're telling me that I get to stay 10 feet away from them and eat my meal in peace.
But you still have to poke your finger in your food.
Okay.
No matter how hot it is.
I've poked worse in my own food. I don't care. I'm okay with that. Okay.
Whoa. What? Okay. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. What about you, Rachel? What do you think?
I would rather stick my finger in my food.
Right. I'm kind of with you.
Yeah. I couldn't stand to eat Doritos for that long.
Ranch
To
Doritos.
taste Doritos for that long.
You would be. I mean, they're good. They're not bad. I'm not saying Cool Ranch Doritos aren't good, but every day. Oh my god.
Okay. Also, let me clarify one thing. We're talking about Frito-Lay brand Doritos, not like grocery store knockoff.
No, the actual Doritos with every so often you get like that pellet of fucking.
Yes.
No. Oh yeah. So gross.
No,
that'll be a nice wrinkle.
No.
That's the fucking best part.
No, it's not. That's
you
gross.
take that nugget. You take that nugget and you drop it in some hot water. You got yourself Dorito flavored tea.
Yeah.
I agree with Nate on that one. That nugget's amazing.
Legitimately getting nauseous.
You don't like eating balls of salt? What's wrong with you?
Come on, everybody loves a salty ball.
What, you sound like you're not a horse. Yeah, I'm with you, Rachel. Those things are gross. They're disgusting. Like, can you imagine eating one of those and then coughing at the same time and it just comes out of your nose like you open the doors of a DeLorean?
Oh my god. So
like,
oh.
Yeah, that'd be super gross.
Mm.
D-Walk, what you said that you would rather have chips though, right? That's crazy. I would be poking my fucking finger in everyone's food. I'd be walking around to get everyone even. I'm like, and you, and you, and you. At least it's not Doritos.
No, I've seen somebody's face after you fuck with their food real.
Imagine the other person took the Doritos thing to try to be nice to you, and then you went and poked your food. So now they got poked food, and they have to taste Doritos. It's like, God, you son of a bitch. This really worked out poorly for me. Yeah, I'm a poke food guy, even if I have to just eat by myself forever. Yeah. All right, anyone else got one?
Let's see. Everything you touch, you get shocked from now until the end of eternity.
How many volts or how many amps?
Let's say it's rub your feet on the carpet for 10 seconds in the middle of winter, kind of. Yeah, it's not
and it's not a consistent shock. It's the first time you touch it, and then while you hold it, it doesn't keep.
Yeah,
shocking.
like so if you touch something, you shock. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the first time you go to the bathroom, you're going to shock yourself. But as long as you maintain your grip, you're fine.
Right. No, but that's still part of me. It's connected, so that doesn't count. But like,
at least every time you sit down, it's
every
exciting.
time you touch something.
Yeah.
Every time you touch something with your hands.
Oh, with your hands.
Yeah, I'll qualify. Every time you touch something with your hands. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't. I whatever the other one is, I have to do that because if I shocked my screen on my tablet, I would have no career.
You fart violently at the end of every sentence you speak.
Oh, I already do that. That one. That one. Are you kidding me? That one.
But every sentence.
Yeah.
Think of it. Oh, yeah, but so you just farted twice right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, okay,
That's
so it probably works
what
for you because
I know.
Now. But it works for you because you're a hermit. For those of us who actually have to go out into the real world and talk to people.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna be real popular electrocuting fucks.
Oh,
Every
dude,
time you touch somebody.
I'm just a sick motherfucker, though.
You're like the worst Spider-Man villain. You're like the light shocker.
See, I was wondering who would actually try and see if they could do both, because then you could light your own farts.
But my thing is that you wouldn't be able to use a cell phone because the electric would
Right.
fuck up the screen.
They don't tempt me.
I know. But and that goes for anything electronic. You run the risk of
Frying.
potentially frying it. Yeah.
Yeah. So no PCs, no computer, no nothing.
No
You just gotta
phones.
fart, man. You just gotta fart, and you gotta eat better so that your farts come out kind of clean smelling. You know, just eat a bunch of celery.
So it's just wind.
Yeah. Right. You just gotta. Yeah, like I mean, I think there's preventative measures. You could just like roll up a sponge and put it in there, and you can create like a silencer.
Or they make those special underwear that have the packets of charcoal in the back.
Right? Yeah, like
Yeah.
a filtration system.
Yeah, filtration system.
Yeah. You could just pretend you're in a wheelchair so that you could sit on a cushion forever. I mean, yeah, all things considered, maybe not the best way to handle it, but
Yeah.
you don't have to walk anymore.
Everywhere you go, you just sit in a creaky old desk chair.
I like how none of us it even occurred to just be silent, just not talk anymore. We could do that, but no.
Yeah.
We're all in a podcast.
Yeah. Think about how. I mean,
How many edits Rachel would have?
I
to
would
make?
not. I would refuse to edit.
what about the farts or the silence? The silence
Yes.
you might get away with, but they wouldn't even know you're on the podcast. Or someone else would just have to talk for you.
Oh God.
Like D says, blah, blah, blah. And he only says that because his butthole is sore from all the farting. It's like sandpaper back there.
Good.
Hey, maybe we could take Nate's staff and just shove it up your ass to get some blockage while we can record.
There
That's
you
what I was
go.
talking about. I was like, roll
Yeah.
up a sponge.
Yeah.
Like one of those dish sponges, roll it up real tight. Then just
Pack
kinda
it in.
wet it, insert
it
it,
in,
and
pack
then
it
let it
in.
dry. And then it's sort of like a, it's like a muffler. You just sound like you're hitting like a what's it, coil, or what do they call it? The blow off valve in a car,
Yeah.
or a supercharger or whatever.
Yep. Blow off valve. You can edit this part out, but when you were talking about being silent in a podcast, it reminded me when we did Minions, we did in the season 2 we played inside like one of the Lady of Pain's pocket universes in the maze. And one of the areas that Cameron set up with us was this place called the Silent Hallways, so that when you walked into an area, you didn't hear anything. Sound did not, project or anything.
Right.
And so he starts us like trying to traverse down a hallway where it's very obvious that a gelatinous cube has been hanging out. And we're having to pantomime to each other because we're not allowed to speak. And about 2 minutes into it, Michael goes, this is a fucking audio podcast, right?
Everyone's
like,
sitting there like, yeah, this is gonna be fun.
That's not, that did not work. It was a great game mechanic, but not really good for an audio medium.
Well, you have to describe how you're pantomiming.
Yeah, we figured it out, but yeah, for the first 30, 30, 45 seconds, I mean, we were like really getting into it, like hand signals across the table and stuff like that. And then it's like, there's no sound. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Uh,
Okay, what do we have another one? Do we have another Would You Rather? You guys.
what's sort of the cliche one? Fight 1,000 duck-sized
yeah.
horses or one horse-sized duck?
For sure, all the small ducks are the small horses.
Uh,
Not only would I beat the shit out of a bunch of small horses, I would also capture as many as I could and sell them. Because those would unload. Those would be so fucking valuable. But a horse-sized duck would just be a nightmare.
Oh, dude.
Can you imagine that?
Worse than a goose.
Oh, yeah. And with the physical embodiment to back it up. It's like, look at my webbed feet the size of a fucking kite.
Fuck.
Yeah, like a hang glider coming down on you, just pins you to the ground.
Yeah,
Like,
plus
give
I
me
saw-
all your bread. Give me your bread, motherfucker. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you could talk. Talks. Ducks and horses don't talk. Mr. Ed talked. I'm like, oh, yeah, fair enough. All right, continue. Okay, here's one.
Uh-oh.
Who wins in a fight? Okay. Rachel or Jeff Sessions?
I don't.
Or Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham or Rachel?
Me.
You beat up Lindsey Graham?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I don't know. Maybe Lindsey Graham's a little spidery. Maybe he's got some. He's like dense. He's little. He looks little, but he's dense. What if he took his like suit off and he had like 18 abs, like just ripped down the center?
I would still
You
beat
know?
him.
Okay. I'm going to cheat and use the internet here, 'cause this one's
Oh.
kind of... All right, for the rest of your life, every day, you either have to eat a box of dry spaghetti noodles
Yeah.
or 2 cups of uncooked rice.
2 cups.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
Spaghetti
That's a lot
noodles,
of-
for
rice.
sure.
A box of spaghetti noodles, though.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You can eat those like I do that anyway. I do that all the time. Am I crazy? I like the crunch. I have a
At what
toothy
point do you break a
problem.
tooth? Yeah, I was going to say, at
Yeah,
what point do you break a tooth?
I haven't yet, but I know that it's not good for me. Like I liked crunchy shit too much back in the day. I used to chew on everything, right? Like I'd chew on straws. Like after I'd get done with the straw, I'd just chew on it until it was gone. And pen caps and markers and just, I don't know. I used to chew on everything. And then at some point I was like, why do my teeth always hurt? Why does my jaw hurt? And I was like, oh, it's because you're chewing on manufactured plastic, you fucking idiot. I'm like, oh, I should probably stop that. But yeah, definitely spaghetti if I had to choose. 2
Yeah.
cups of rice?
2 cups
You'd
of
explode.
uncooked rice.
That is.
a day.
When it gets in your stomach, it would expand. Yeah, the liquid in there would make you explode. That's what happens to pigeons at weddings.
Mhm.
That's why they made people stop throwing rice. It's because pigeons were exploding over weddings.
All right.
They're
Here's
so overcome with love that pigeon just exploded.
So here's one that maybe will make you think. All right. Would you rather have to, for the rest of your life, read aloud every single word you read, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
or sing everything you say out loud?
Oh man, I could make both of those into a career. Either one.
Either one?
Yeah, I could do either one. Like read out loud is perfectly fine. I don't. Though my text messages might be weird.
Yeah.
It's like, can we leave already? This guy is annoying. I'm like, oh, sorry.
You have no
man.
internal filter, so yeah, I guess it doesn't. Would you rather every shirt you wear be itchy for the rest of your life, or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper for the rest of your life?
I only like one ply.
Really?
I hate double ply.
Okay.
You lose finger control. It's like trying to wipe your ass with a fucking cooking mitt. It's like, what are you doing? Like an oven mitt? Like I want to get rid of the poop on my butt with that? No thanks.
So you're not worried about losing integrity of the
No, you
wiping
fold.
surface?
It lets you have control over the number
But then
of
that's
folds.
2-ply.
Look, man, you take a really wet one, you want thick toilet paper. If it's
Okay.
a drier, more dense, chalky, or kind of even oil pastel and melted in a hot car, like you want something thinner. You want some control. You want to be able to get some grit. But I don't prescribe to the multiply by default. What I can't split them. Like
Yeah.
let me control what I want more affect over my. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I just
The biggest lie fucking propagated in our society is that double ply is somehow better than single ply. They're forcing your hand, literally.
Yeah, but if you've ever used 1-ply commercial toilet paper,
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do that.
okay.
One ply. One
You
ply,
might
one
you might as
try.
well wipe your ass with sandpaper at that point.
No, man, you got to get a wet wipe, and there's a combination, right?
You don't get, but you don't
get
get
wet
that choice. You get to wipe your ass with one-ply toilet
We're
paper.
talking
Period.
about
End of
outside of
sentence.
this. We're talking about
Okay.
reality here. We're
Okay,
talking
all
about
right.
one-ply versus multiply. Multiply toilet paper is like wiping your ass with a quilt. Who wants that? It's horrible.
Someone who wants their
There's no
bottom side
tactile-
treated nicely.
There's
I don't
no
know.
tactile feedback. You don't know if you're done. You got to keep observing.
What are you, wiping your ass like a dainty Victorian lady?
I'm just
That you don't
saying.
get feedback? What the fuck?
You want to know that you're done. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Well,
want to
well, there's a really easy way to know, and it has nothing to do with how the toilet paper feels.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you're over here like inspecting your shit, like you wipe your ass, take it out and look. I just know that at some point I'm dragging smooth. You know what I'm saying? I'm dragging
then you're
smooth.
a braver
There's
man than
there's
I,
no
because
resistance.
well,
I know
no
what my butt's
resistance.
about.
What?
I know what my butt's about.
God, what do you shit cement?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
You ever take a shit that comes out so clean that you're worried? You're just like, what happened? Was that an organ? Was that not a? That was a little too cohesive for me. There's nothing left behind.
Oh God.
Like I think I shit a fucking pool ball. It's just like a
All right.
perfectly round, hard mass.
I'm not going to get into it.
I
I'm
want
just
to know
gonna...
Rachel's answer. Single ply, double ply. Give us some specifics. Go, Rachel. Go.
Remember when we were talking about like Dorito dust and
Yeah, I
how
know.
that made me nauseous?
Yeah.
I am continuing to be nauseous with this conversation.
D-Walk, are you a single or double ply man?
Double play.
You guys don't know anything. You guys are just savages. You guys don't know anything. Double ply. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here
dude,
with that shit.
I like
You
to be
should
I like to
legislate
be soft.
against double ply. Then roll twice. Get 3 times if you need it.
And pay.
No?
No.
All right.
Man, I want to wipe my ass with a brawny paper towel.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
I.
Guys.
This is a weird thing to have a very strong opinion about.
I've been
Yeah, I
thinking
was
about this
gonna
for a
say, yeah.
long time.
Okay.
I've been arguing it whenever it comes up, and it never comes up. So allow me to
Okay.
unload.
If you could only hear one song the rest of your life,
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody
Mm.
or Ring of Fire?
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody has a lot of different sounds to it. Probably that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Listen
I'd have to
to
go
the
with
different
Bohemian
sounds.
Rhapsody.
I like Ring of Fire. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
it sort of has one sound to the whole song. While Bohemian Rhapsody changes up quite a few times.
Changes tempo, changes
Tenor,
range.
delivery,
Yeah.
Structured type of feel of music too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ring of Fire just doesn't really strike me as a song that you want to sing with a bunch of people in the car with you. It just seems a little,
Yeah.
also a bit of a
Ring-
downer.
Ring of Fire is also what Nate's butthole is after his double ply forest fire issue back there. He's got all that extra tinder.
All right. I got another one for you, Dees.
God, you make it sound like I wiped my ass the way that Tom Hanks tried to start a fire on the island in Castaway.
As far as I'm concerned, you put it on the end of a belt sander. The way it sounds like you're doing it.
All right. Time machine. Would you rather have a time machine that goes forward only or a time machine that goes back only?
Back.
All right.
Well, but okay, that all depends upon what theory of time travel you
That's
adhere
true.
to.
But I think it's back in all cases. I mean, we're talking about, okay, so there's a loop time travel, which is there's one timeline and any changes now automatically manufacture the events on the same line. Then there's fractured time travel where you go back to a point and it splinters out into a new reality. And then there's parallel time where you go back to any number of singular threads that all have different effects, right? So nothing that you do changes anything. It just puts you on a new rail. That being said, all of them going back is better.
I don't know. I mean, I strictly adhere to the Back to the Future model.
If you go
Fractured
forward, what
timeline.
if you go forward to a time in which your time machine's broken, you're fucked. If you go forward to a time where the world is ended
True.
and the planet exploded, you're
Okay.
fucked.
So I'm going to go off on a real weird tangent here and just bear with me, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the whole point of the question.
I know that was the whole point of the question. Okay, so let's talk cartoons for a moment. Okay, everyone I think knows who Phineas and Ferb are, right?
I've never been more qualified for a branch of conversation
say.
than cartoons and time travel. Let's do this shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna write a thesis when we're done.
Perfect. Okay, so everyone knows who Phineas and Ferb is, right?
I am
Oh,
vaguely
Yes.
aware
That's
of
where you're
the
going?
cartoon. I have not seen it.
Okay, but I'm just bringing that up because if you don't know that, then you may not know the offshoot of that, which was Milo Murphy's Law.
Yeah, we don't know that one. 'Cause
You don't know that one. Okay.
why would we?
Well, I did because I kind of expected nerds, but maybe not.
No, we're nerds, but we're nerds of a different era. I don't know what fucking Cartoon Network.
This is Disney Channel. This is like 2 years ago. This is not that old.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Anyway,
You're in the wrong era. You need a time machine.
The reason
to get a good cartoon metaphor.
Okay. The reason why I bring this specific cartoon up is because it dealt with something in time travel in a very logical way that I don't think anyone had ever thought of. Okay, so in this show, it's about a character named Milo Murphy, who is like the great grandfather of the original Murphy's Law engineer who came up with the whole thing. And so bad shit just happens to him all the time. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, there's this secondary plot line in the story where there are two time agents who were sent back in time from the future on a shit assignment because they pissed their boss off, and their whole mission is to keep the pistachio from becoming extinct.
Right.
That's their mission. Okay. Well, in the middle of the season, one of the partners is this really clumsy, older, kind of Victorian steampunk kind of guy who constantly does stupid shit and keeps himself, or he keeps getting killed. But he always comes back. Well, further on into the series, you find out his partner basically breaks the time agent's law or whatever and goes back in time and prevents his partner from dying. Well, every time he does, he ends up in his own timeline. So, like during this episode, this beam falls from this building and it crushes him. So he goes back in time 5 seconds, distracts him, keeps him from dying. Well, now there's two of them. So he goes, you know what you're supposed to do. He pulls out like a bus ticket and gives it to the guy. Well, then later on the episode, you find out there's an island of all of these guys. There's like 500 of them every time that he changed time and saved his partner because he would have his, back on the same rail.
Right.
They just, in order to keep the timeline intact from things going weird, they all just decided to go live on an island together. So there's like 500 of the same guy.
So they're saying that they didn't go back to their original time and live the rest of their life knowing what had been fixed was fixed somewhere else.
When he went back in time 5 seconds, he would distract the guy, but then there would be two versions of himself. And then the next time there would be three versions and then four versions. So ultimately there ends up being like 500 versions of the same guy spread out over the entire time. And I bring that up because I thought it was interesting because I've never seen it portrayed that way. And it was like in a freaking kid's cartoon that they actually went and did the math, so to speak.
Well, it's wrong, right? The implication of it, the terminal is wrong, right? Once you change, if we're assuming that they're on singular rail, which is the only reason a person from another timeline would come back and save their friend, because they're time travelers, they're aware of how time travel works.
Right.
If it was another one, then another rail, then that person would not be dead, right? He's going back to another rail, leaving the one he was on where his buddy died to find another buddy who had died on another rail to save him. But he has to know there's infinite rails, so his logic is flawed. But then let's just say they all go back to the same one, save the same guy from dying a bunch of times and end up on the same location, right?
Right.
That guy might never have actually died, right? Because that rail might have been one where he survived.
Well,
and if it wasn't, then why are they all so fascinated on that one rail?
Well, I mean, to me, it's like the Back to the Future model again. Biff stills the almanac.
But Back to the Future is a single rail. It's looped time.
Right.
Well, except for in 2. 2 is different. 2 is a fractured time. Yeah. Okay, 1 is a loop time. Second one is our third one's a loop time. Second one is a fractured time. So the only justification is that the first movie technically didn't happen until after the second movie did.
Right.
Temporally, which means that the fractured time actually fucked time up and created one of the branching times became loop time, and then the other ones occurred along that line.
Right.
Yeah, I've done a lot of thinking on this.
I'd imagine. I just thought it was cool because it was like, oh, it's a kid's cartoon, and yet they're actually like, thinking about it logically as opposed to just, oh, you're dumb kids, wave it off.
But it's a terminal. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thought for kids for sure. But I mean, having a terminal dump where they leave people implies that there are multiple lines since each person didn't rewrite their existence of coming back, which means they're all on multiple rails, right? And if all the other ones came to save this one guy on this one rail, then this rail must be super important, right? They've all decided to come back to the same rail.
To the same rail.
Yeah. So maybe that's the
I have to draw it out.
Yeah.
It needs a flowchart. All right. Maybe something a little less heavy. Would you rather be unable to move your body every time it rains or not be able to stop moving while the sun is out?
Ooh.
Oh, I sleep during the day, so yeah.
You actually sleep?
Yeah, well, no. I mean, like, okay, so I like blackout curtains, so my night extends a little further than everyone else's. But you figure if I wake up at 4, 5, and then ride all the way through the night around until like 11 or 12, then that's a day.
Yeah.
For me. So there's little day and little day at the beginning and end. But,
Right, but when the sun's out, your body is going to move whether you want it to or not. It's an involuntary thing.
I guess the rain thing, because for me personally, I need the electricity to work, right? And if it's raining, there's a good chance there might be lightning. So I could just use rain time as sleep time for me.
I'd have to go with him about the rain. When it's raining, I ain't working.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's raining, you ain't moving.
Right, you could just sleep.
Well, okay, but think about it. What if you're like driving down the street and all of a sudden it starts to rain? Now all of a sudden your body is completely catatonic behind the wheel of a moving automobile.
Right, but this is all predicated on my lifestyle, which means I probably wouldn't be driving down the street anyway.
True.
I mean, I might.
So if every time it rains, you can't go to the bathroom.
No, I can. I just
you just can't go in the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah, if it starts raining, I'll just go sit on the toilet.
Yeah, and so basically you're going to just stockpile one-ply toilet paper every time it rains because you won't be able to cleanse yourself.
Well, I won't be able to move, so I won't be able to release anything, right? As long as I tighten the sphincter before it rains, then it's good.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, you just have to be. You just have to be prepared.
No,
because otherwise,
it's like the government shutdown of my butthole, right? There's nothing in, nothing out. It's just locked down.
Lockdown.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Come on, man, give us some good ones. What do you think, Rachel? Would you rather not move when it's raining?
Yeah, I would probably rather not move when it's raining.
So other than when it's daylight, you have to keep moving, like the movie Speed.
All right.
That just sounds horrible.
Yeah.
How about...
I live in Georgia. I might be dead. I would just die. Like, right? In this heat, you just have to keep moving. I would overheat and burn out. Yeah, that one's kind of a shitty question. I hate that.
Yeah.
What about if you could pick one superpower, what would it be?
Good one.
I think personally, I've always liked phasing.
Phasing's pretty cool. I like the idea of control of friction.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Stop time.
Nice.
Not control time, just stop it.
Just be able to stop it. And maybe not even stop it, just really, really slow it down.
Oh, so you mean you want to be able to be removed from time?
Yes. I want to be able to yeah. And
Nice.
and I guess the corollary to that is that I also can control anything that I don't. So if I want the world to slow down for me and a +1, I can do that too.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Also would make like just stealing shit really easy.
You could be the greatest at anything. You just slow it down, move the dice around.
Yep.
You know,
You'd never know.
swap
You'd never
cards
know.
out of the deck.
You'd never know.
Yeah,
Go up to bat in the
look
major leagues.
Look how
Just move
petty
the
I am.
pitch.
I get time control powers, and the first thing I do is rig a casino.
Well, I mean,
I'm a corrupt individual.
What about Rachel?
That's
The
all
ability to tune people to silence anyone.
What's the? I can't remember what it's specifically, but like to control people with thought.
Oh, Purple Man.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, telepathy or no, not telepathy.
No. You want
Telepathy
my
is communication.
Like mental puppetry, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh, Purple Man.
You want to be a mind flayer.
What would you do, Rachel?
No.
And do whatever I want.
Purple Man's
Yeah,
power.
No, but
is
that's
as
what
long
I'm
as-
saying is that once we get to the point where you're all powerful, then what's the goal? What are you doing?
I mean, I could like go to the bank and be like, "Hey, give me a loan that has 0% interest, and I don't have to pay it back
That's not a loan.
300 years."
Oh, okay. Yeah, but what if you get hit by a bus? I mean,
What if you got hit by a bus?
I would control the friction on the bus. It'd slip right off.
What if it hit you before you realized and you did anything to stop it?
Well, I control the friction, so I would just control my friction would always be super slippery at all times. Yeah, and then when I need to increase it, I would increase it. Like I could make people fall to the ground in pain. I would just make their blood run through their blood vessels.
Why would you want to do that?
Really hard to friction, so they just feel agonizing pain.
Why would you want to do that?
It's a good deterrent for people fucking with me. They like take a gun and they point it at me and they're like, "Give me all your money." I'd be like, "Fire the fucking gun," and they fire it, and I would just turn the friction insanely high on the fucking barrel of the gun, and it would backfire, explode in their hand. I'm crazy like that.
How often would you expect this scenario to happen?
Well, I would run
with
around.
his ego all the time.
I would run around, and I would be like a superhero. I'd run around, and then I'd turn my feet to be super slippery, so I could just slide across the ground. Yeah, and I would, villain for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would think I'm doing the right thing, which is how villains work.
Hey, bro.
Right.
It's the Doom parrot. It's the Doom theory. I am the hero. It doesn't matter what you all think. I'll save you anyway.
Well, he's
Victor
sort of
Von
a
Doom.
tyrant. I still believe in free will as long as it doesn't bother me. That, I guess, is sort of the definition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that friction's a really good one. I also was thinking about no cell degradation, right? Or like, so like you or super speed regeneration of body tissue, right? So that you just live forever, and you'd always be in your prime. I think that's kind of cool.
All right. I always liked actually the Invisible Woman's her ability to control force fields and shit and be able to move them and manipulate them, and those are always fun.
People always talk about infinite life, and they're like, "You wouldn't want to live forever." I'm like, "How the fuck would you know?" Right? They're like, "Well, if you live forever, then you just go crazy." I'm like, "Has anyone you ever known live forever? Have you ever heard of a person ever living forever?" You have zero basis to come to that conclusion. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe after 100,000 years, you're just like, "This was the best decision I ever made."
There's a lot of shit to check out.
I think it really comes down to whether or not you're the type of person that forms deep connections and relationships with people or not. If you don't give a shit about people or you don't really care, then it's not. But if you're the type of, I mean,
your perspective would change, right? At first, I would imagine after the first 200, 500,
after you buried about 6 kids, you'd be a little colder.
But your perspective would be different. You wouldn't think of a person living their entire life with you, right? You would value more the time that you had, right? Because you know that it's fleeting. And
right.
You know
it's an
that
elf
you're going
thing.
to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Imagine
exactly.
imagine like turbo elf thinking, right? Like you live forever. You live for all time. And your perspective on things that we have deep feeling towards right now, right? Like God and country and people. I mean,
it'd be like a tree looking down at a flower. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it falls apart. It like the concepts of what we're judging whether or not it's a good or bad thing based on our limited view, and the fact that we'll never attain it makes us even angrier. It's like the person that can't afford a PS5, so like, I hate PS5. I never wanted one anyway. It's like, no, you did. You did.
Yeah.
But you can't afford it right now, so you're angry and you say you didn't want it.
Yeah.
But you did. Yeah.
All right. Would you rather not have elbows or not have knees?
Oh, knees.
Oh, shit.
No knees.
No knees? So you're going to walk around...
I'm still 2 feet taller than Rachel.
You're not 2 feet taller than me.
With no knees, I'm still way taller than you. Are you kidding me? Do I still get to keep the bottom part of my leg attached?
Yeah, it's just you can't bend at the knee. So
Right.
you can bend at the ankle and you can bend at the hip.
Oh.
Yeah. Then definitely legs, for sure.
Yeah, bring on the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do some cool shit. I need my arms. My arms are sort of important.
Right.
I mean, otherwise, how am I going to get hand jobs for money? I'm going to jerk off with my arm fully extended like a fucking weirdo? Look like a mummy?
Yeah, but you could actually you could call that a feature. You could actually charge extra for it depending upon the audience.
Yeah. I mean,
Remember, everybody is somebody else's fetish. So
That's weird. That's weird. That's a weird sentence.
all right, for 1 month, would you rather walk around feeling like you have to sneeze but not be able to the whole time?
The other one.
The other one, okay. Or feel like you have things stuck in your eye for an entire month?
To just feel like I can still see, right?
Well, yeah, but you're going to have the constant irritation of having something stuck in your eye for an entire month.
The sneeze one.
The sneeze one's the worst because it gets inside your brain, it gets to your nose, it gets your whole face scrunched up, makes your eyes water. Probably the thing that's stuck in my eye. I'll get over that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't be walking around with my face all scrunched up, tears coming out of my face.
It would hurt. It hurt if you get like an eyelash or something in your eye. It hurts.
Right, but
In
that's
both
because
eyes
it's different.
all the time.
No.
Yeah. But if it was permanent, that would
It's
be your
not
baseline.
permanent. It's for a month.
Oh, well, for a month. After the first couple days, you'd be used to it, I think.
I
That
don't know.
sneeze feeling is the worst feeling in the world.
I'd probably go for the eye instead of the sneeze because then you're like this and everyone like all day long and
Yeah, I hate that. And you have to talk
they do look
this.
like Harpy Prime all day long and I don't want to look like Harpy Prime.
It'd be weird.
I'll just take time off and just stay at home, not see anyone for
It's
a month.
not about that. It's about how you feel. You would constantly be like, "Ugh," like it just no. Ugh.
No, I don't
That'd be
want to
terrible.
feel pain in my eyes.
Okay, for 1
Would you
month.
just feel.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, for 1 month, would you rather have both hands stuck in a jar or your head stuck in a bucket?
These seem like easily solvable problems.
But you can't.
Probably
but they
hands
can't
stuck
be
in a
removed.
jar.
I mean, you're
I can't
stuck.
smash the jar.
Nope.
Oh,
Unbreakable jars. I'm going to start spinning the
well,
D-Logic
that one.
in.
I'm gonna start selling unbreakable jars as soon as I'm done.
So your hands are stuck in them. You reached
For a
in
month.
and you got a
For
handful
a
I'm
month.
gonna have a
pickles
month.
or
I'm gonna have
something.
a month of advertising.
You're not going to be able to wipe your butt without
Okay, all right. So let's remove the time constraint off
military
of it.
grade jars.
Starting tomorrow, for the rest of your life, either your hands are stuck in unbreakable jars for the rest of your life, or your head is stuck in a bucket for the rest
How
of your life.
wide's the rim of the bucket?
Enough that you can breathe.
Can I look directly down towards the table?
It's probably not going to be all that easy, but maybe. I mean, you could probably manage, yeah.
Is there enough room to put a virtual reality headset inside?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I just need something to see.
I mean, your
the
head's
table.
stuck in the bucket. It's not like you've got, it's not like a fucking apartment on your shoulders.
No, I hear you.
You're stuck in a bucket.
I'm just from the downward thing, right? It goes around
Yeah.
my head. It has an opening. Can I look down through the bottom to see a table? If not, then
Oh.
that's an. But I could tape a stylus or something to the end of a jar, and I could make it happen.
I'd
But
say
I have to relearn.
maybe.
But no eyes makes it hard to draw too. So
True. Yeah.
I could do sculpture maybe. Yeah, a bucket on the head.
Bucket.
Can we drill through the bucket?
Nope.
Unbreakable, David. These are
Hey.
military grade buckets and
Yes.
jars.
Yep.
Have you seen the Kevlar military's using? Unbreakable ain't unbreakable no more.
Okay. Let me see if I can find something good here.
All
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yep.
That's some of these are just
All
fucking
right.
no-brainers.
Yeah, I googled fucked up ones, and I'm not saying some of those.
All right, I got one. Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather never have sex ever again for the rest of your life, right? Under no circumstances. Right?
Okay.
Or every time you peed, you pooped, and every time you pooped, you peed.
I would go for the
Look at
2-for-1 special.
Look at Mr. Double Play over here, considering his options.
The 2-for-1 special. I mean, because I'm already in the bathroom.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, it just means I always have to sit down no matter what I'm doing. That's okay. I've got a smartphone. I've got the internet. Fuck it.
Yeah, but you never, like, were in a hurry at, like, a public place and you, like, got to pee real bad and you're just like, I really don't want to.
Well, that's...
Okay,
that's
hold on.
true,
this
but...
is a better
okay,
question.
all right.
Ignore that entire question and just do it this way. What
Okay.
are your opinions on pooping in public places?
Not
Not peeing, but pooping.
I'm very much from the Family Guy school of thought on the home bowl. I very much it's you know, sometimes you just can't fucking help it. But I can't tell you the number of times when there has been, shall we call it a photo finished pulling into the garage? Where it's like, okay, you guys can go into the house. I need to sit here for about 2.5 minutes to make sure that I'm going to be able to make the next 50 feet.
Man, I don't think I've ever taken a 2-minute poop.
No. I'm saying it's like...
My poops are long. They're like marathons. They like take a long time.
What, your turds are 26.2 miles long?
Like 30 minutes of poop probably is my average. I make it an event. Like I get in there, I sit down, I like get comfortable. I do an initial loaf pinch, right?
Okay.
Then I like get on the phone and I'm like, man, I've always wanted to know how Portuguese language is structured. And I like kind of read into that a little bit. I'm like, man, that really does have a lot of linkages to early romantic languages. I think they're all descended from the same series. I wonder if this is more Greek or Latin. Let me look that up.
I'm willing to bet you that Deese has sat on the toilet long enough for his legs to fall asleep.
I have for sure.
Bro, that's in the man cave.
I was playing Dauntless the other night. I had a break. I was like, I gotta poop, but I don't want to waste my Dauntless time between pieces of art. So let me go take a shit while I play Dauntless, right? And like I was having sort of a struggle getting this fucking I don't remember which one it was, like a Pangor or something.
Oh, I thought you were going in a different direction on that one.
I was like, they call it a Dingleberry, dude.
You need to add some fiber to your diet, Deese.
So I was chasing him around, like trying to keep it like
to push it out.
Hammer. Yeah,
trying to keep it. Yeah.
But it was causing me some problems. And then after I finally finished and I set it down, I was like, oh my god, my leg is all the way asleep, pins and needles and stuff. And I was like,
I still don't know if he's talking about the game or his shit.
Poop.
I don't know. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was finished with the match, and then I was finished with the poop. I finished, and I had tried to recompile a second, expulsion. Nothing happened. But I was just, it's good to give it your due diligence. You don't want to be back here in 10 minutes,
right?
Because you were in a hurry. It's like, well, I'll do it right the first time.
So I will make one exception to the public bathroom rule, and that is only at a particular series of rest stops here in Texas or convenience stores. There's a convenience chain called Buc-ee's. It's
Beaver fudge and
the beaver fudge shit. Yes. Yeah. Now I will say one thing. You would probably, if you had to eat off a bathroom floor, you could do a whole lot worse.
3 places that I would never take a shit. I would have told, even if you hadn't said that, I would have said that as one of them, right?
Okay.
Just because I saw 100 signs when I was on my way to San Antonio. There's like 1,000 signs about Buc-ee's beaver jerky and shit like that. And I'm like, this is the dumbest, grossest thing I've ever even heard of. Why are there so many signs? How could they possibly afford this many signs? And then, like...
Did you actually drive by it?
I'm not going there. I'm never going there. I want those signs to be financially deterred for the future. I don't want to support a company that would do that to the highway.
Well, but it's Texas. That's just the way it is. It's every company. But anyway, I will say, regardless of what you think about the company, they clean the fuck out of their bathrooms.
Yay. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't poop in a place unless it's an absolute emergency. Quick story, right? I was on my way back from Charlotte. We were in a Magic tournament, and it went way late. You never poop at a Magic tournament or convention.
Oh God,
don't
no!
Do it. Don't do it. Right? I mean, you're better just walking into like an STD clinic and just headbutting a bunch of syringes. Like, you're better off doing that.
Con bathrooms aren't the best.
No, they're gross. They're disgusting. Everything, for whatever reason, is moist. I don't know how that happens. It's like a Waffle House bathroom. But just I just don't like the vibe of it. So I was like, I'm gonna hold it. We're like 4.5 hours, 5 hours from home, right? So I'm just gonna tuck it back inside, just tighten up that sphincter, and just ride home and be fine. Well, I got about 3 hours in. And the tightness wasn't going to hold. It wasn't solid enough. It was like you're just, when you
the Browns were on the 10-yard line and they were pushing.
When you get put a straw in your mouth and you kind of get this noise going, hold on. You know that noise? Like that. That's what it felt like. I felt like I was using all my strength to bubble it back up. And I was like, pull over to a bathroom. They're like, dude, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Everything's closed in Georgia. Like, I think we're in South Carolina at the time. And just like out of the corner of my eye, off in the distance on the side of the road, there's one sign in this like collection of restaurants or whatever that's still illuminated. And it's a KFC, right? And I'm like, there. And so like I practically grabbed the wheel of my buddy's car and we're like, pull off the road, zoom around this exit, this like loop, and the loop didn't help, by the way. It was pushing all the liquid to the side. So then we get there and I get out and I do this kind of like I'm wearing a snowsuit walk. You know what I'm talking about? Where you try to keep the butt cheeks together. They're open. They have one of those, you open the front door, then there's the bathrooms, and then a second door goes into the restaurant. I open the front door. Everyone's inside mopping up and stuff like that. I'm like waving my hands at them. I run to the bathroom. And I just absolutely myrtleize this thing. And when I get out, I'm just like, I look like weak. Like I just finished a boxing match. I was just like, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who helped me get this far. I want to say thank you to Jesus. I want to thank my trainers. I think I deserve a chance at the belt. No, but it was a dangerous moment. And I don't condone pooping amidst the vagrancies, but let me tell you, it was coming. It was going to be a problem. I was going to shit in my friend's car.
I got one for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Expose your expose your browser history to the entire company, or share your Reddit name.
Oh, my Reddit name's 1D4 Rounds. I don't give a shit.
Again, I guess it depends upon how those things overlap in a Venn diagram.
Also, I don't give a shit about my search history. Man, I use fucking what's it called? Incognito mode on my browser.
You don't even know where you've gone.
Yeah, that's how I like it.
Would you rather have finger-sized nipples or nipple-sized fingers?
Oh.
Can you do both and just
be happy?
Nope.
Are they beer flavored?
You got to choose.
I think I'd just rather have regular sized fingers.
Yeah,
Because then
sized
you
fingers.
just, I mean,
I might be able to hide the nipples. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd have to talk to someone before.
Yeah, but every time you get cold, it's like j'accuse. It's like finger guns through your shirt.
Well, then I'm totally on board for that now.
Right? Four finger guns. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite now. I want that. They call me Chesty McBang.
Yeah. Would you rather wear someone else's dirty underwear or use their toothbrush? Oh, Deese had to think for a second. All right, wait a minute.
It depends on the person, I guess.
Let's say it's the same person.
Yeah, but it depends on the person.
That's what I. Yeah.
Right? Like if it's, man, I don't know. Depends on the person. I think it depends on the state of the mouth and the state of the rest of them.
Whether or not they use 1-ply toilet paper or 2.
Yeah. Or I'm just saying, like, are we talking? I don't know. Depends on the person.
Okay.
Depends on the person. It's hard to, without a more specific name. I would be hard pressed to come up with a legit answer.
Okay.
I don't know, because some of those people is like, their mouth is like, ugh. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want that going here.
I don't know. I'm trying to find one that Rachel might want to answer.
Okay, how about this?
Okay. Wait, no. But here's a pertinent one to Bard Company.
Okay.
What would you rather eat, a whole jar of mayonnaise or a whole tub of butter?
Oh no! Oh God, mayo.
How big is the tub? Like a tub?
Same volume.
Oh,
mayonnaise or butter?
Mayo.
16 ounces of mayo or 16 ounces of butter?
Mayonnaise.
Mayo.
Really?
I got a story for you.
I'm lactose intolerant. If I ate that much butter,
Okay.
I would want to die.
You probably would die.
Yeah.
You probably need one of those unbreakable buckets.
And you would need 15-ply at least.
Oh yeah, seriously.
I don't know. Do I have to eat all the butter like in its standard form? I can't do anything with the butter.
Let's say you have to consume it as is, so it's going
Can
to
I
be.
adjust the temperature?
Dude, that won't help you. Trust me, I've been there.
Melted butter.
Well, I mean, you want to. So you you want to drink
No.
melted butter?
I don't want to do either.
But you have to.
But if I have to, I could. I'm pretty certain. I mean, I've been drinking vodka since I was much younger. I'm pretty certain I can handle butter.
I don't know, but 16 ounces of, and not like I can't believe it's not butter, not fucking margarine. No, I mean real salted butter.
The thickness and texture of the mayonnaise would be a no-go for me. I'd have to do butter. I'd have to do butter. I think I would throw up either way a bunch of times.
Oh
But
yeah,
butter would be. I'd go longer between vomits with butter, I think. Plus, the vomit would come up smooth, right? Because I would have softened the esophageal pass with butter.
I think you would have softened everything.
Yeah.
You guys heard of the game Seven Deadly Sins?
You're definitely going to want single ply for what's coming out of you after eating that much butter.
I don't think you're going to need toilet paper.
Stack it. You're going to stack it up. You're going to want to stack it up, but you're definitely going to want to.
You're going to be like you're going to end up being like one of those machines at the movie theater for the popcorn. It's just the top.
Yeah. Can you put some at the bottom, please?
Yes.
What were you
Okay.
saying,
So
David?
7 deadly sins.
Yeah, I ended up taking a shot of butter, melting it down, and taking a shot of butter as a fucking part of the game.
Oh.
Yeah, trust me, dude. That's why I'm saying mayo, man. They just.
No, mayonnaise is too. Have you ever seen that lady eat the jars of mayonnaise? I sent you guys that video, right?
Oh, dude, no, I don't want to see that.
There were 7 jars of mayonnaise. She's a world record holder for mayonnaise eating.
Why is
Oh.
We
that
talked
a
about it on the
thing?
intro.
Oh.
We talked about it on the intro.
I blocked it.
No, we talked about it on the intro. It's actually in an episode. I'll set. Hold
I
on.
don't want to. Don't want to listen
Mayonnaise
to
champion.
it again.
Hold on, I'm gonna
No.
send it to you.
Ugh.
Hold
While
on,
he's looking that up.
Mayonnaise world
I
champion.
was my first job. I worked at a in the concession stand in a movie theater, and one night when we were cleaning up, talking about those like butter container things, Nate, I thought that they had already cleaned it out or like had emptied it, so I grabbed it to take it to the back to wash it, and it was still full of like semi-hot butter, and I splashed it like neck to feet. And I had to spend the rest of my shift cleaning, just drenched in butter.
All right, let's. I sent this to the thing.
Okay.
Everyone, open it up and then stop at 0, and we're gonna all watch it at the same time.
no.
All right.
Oh Lord. All
All
right.
right. So we're gonna do a countdown. We're gonna do 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait a minute. Will you send
On
it to
0
what? To Facebook?
Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do 3, 2, 1, and then on 0 we're gonna press play. So let me know when everyone's good. For
Everybody's
all the
gonna
people out there, I will include the mayonnaise link in the description.
All right.
All right.
Count us down.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, crap. I got an ad. Wait a minute.
God damn it.
Damn it.
I already got through the ad.
All right, let's start at 0 again.
I've
Sorry.
got 2 ads. Wait a minute. Hang on. That's 1 out of the way.
I've Google
Just use your
Premium. I
staff on
don't
the
have
ad.
it.
Okay, I got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rachel doesn't sleep. She doesn't need sleep. She
Yeah, I
has
know.
Google
I don't have
Premium.
ads.
Google Red.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Okay, on go. Okay, so 3, 2, 1,
Clap.
go. All right, this is the mayonnaise record. Oh my god.
Oh no!
Look at that. She's killing it.
She looks like she's in pain.
Yeah,
Why?
she was before she got here. Her life is pain. That's how you get to eat mayonnaise professionally.
Why?
No.
By the
Why
way,
is
I
this
like
a
I like her
thing?
Nope,
fashion.
that's it. No, it came back out of her
You know,
mouth. I had to
nope,
tap out.
nope,
I tapped out
nope,
at 21
I'm done.
seconds.
I'm
No,
done.
She's
I'm done.
look at the lady with the stopwatch. Looking at this lady's face. Look at the face on her.
I love the fact that the first comment I see down here is the referee looks like she wants to throw up.
Oh god, dude, I want to throw
Dude,
up.
this is only jar
Oh.
1 or
The
just jar 2.
smell, like the overwhelming smell of mayonnaise.
They got a
No.
backup spoon.
Wash.
They got a spoon just in case there's a malfunction with the
Oh,
first one. They don't
God.
want to ruin her time. They're utter
Oh.
professionals.
All right.
You're the one that said mayonnaise, Rachel.
Oh, I said mayo too because I've done the butter.
Look at that.
Oh.
Look at that and tell me you would think
Ugh.
mayonnaise.
I wouldn't eat this
I-
much mayonnaise, and I wouldn't eat
Do
it
you-
this fast.
Okay, so do you realize that 16,000 calories worth of mayonnaise
Oh
in
my
3
God,
minutes?
no.
Fuck.
Oh.
And that was only
Look-
4 jars.
Look at her scraping the side.
No.
She's
No.
gonna get an
No.
even record.
Her heart is going to explode.
Oh,
This lady
Jesus.
with the fucking book and the damn stopwatch is looking at this lady like,
Ugh.
so you want to get a cup of coffee after this?
All right. Next one.
All right, we can stop that.
Yep.
All right, but isn't
All right.
that fucking gross? Rachel? I
Yes.
did that, so copy that link down when you get a second.
Never watch that ever. In fact, just forget that whole thing ever existed.
Right.
Enjoy that.
Future Rachel, edit that out. Future
Okay.
edit Rachel that out.
Future edit, Rachel.
Rachel that out.
Okay, which
Something.
feature are we talking about here? Which rail? All right. Would you rather game on Windows 98 forever or run your data center on macros?
I could game on 98 forever.
You said Mac OS?
Yes, Mac OS.
Yeah, well, not that. I don't know. Gaming on Windows 98 would be real shitty, though. You wouldn't have a whole lot of options.
No, you know what? I grew up.
DirectX works after, what, 4 on 98?
Yeah,
Even
but
though
Windows
that works.
98, I was able to run. That was when I got into PC gaming. So that's Star Trek Armada. That's Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3.
Thief?
There was some, and yeah, there were some good solid games during that period.
All right.
Yeah, but you're going to be watching everyone else play Red Dead Redemption, and you're going to be sitting here playing, like, Oregon
You know
Trail.
what? If I could get those games to run again the way they ran back then, smoothly and online and stuff, I'd play them. I'd play the shit out of them.
Yeah, well, that makes one of us. 2 of
Oh,
us,
Yeah.
apparently.
Windows 98. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have
Alright.
to, because there's no way I'm running a data center on Mac.
All right. All right.
I'm not running anything on Mac. I hate Mac.
But there's another one that's an easy answer for all of you.
Mhm.
Live without technology or live without humans?
Humans.
Humans.
Yeah, see?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. See, without technologies, I don't know.
Geez, you brag about building this entire room of technology without humans in it.
No, that's true. But I mean, at the same time, the only reason I'm doing any of this stuff is so that humans can enjoy it, right?
Yeah, true.
I mean, are there AI? If there are AI that are appreciating of art, then I guess I'm fine. Or appreciated of jokes and witticism and stuff like that. They were like, there was only a 0.0000185% chance he was going to make that connection. Fantastic. Engaging clap protocol. Right? Like, if that's, I'm cool with that. But if it's
All
like,
right.
I'm alone in a universe where I can't talk to people, boy, I've sure culminated this craft for no fucking reason. Yeah.
Oh shit! The original Diablo came out on Windows 98.
Are we still doing that?
No, I'm.
Okay. Let's go back to mayonnaise.
Oh shit!
All right, let's play a game real quick. All right, who wants to be the first victim?
Oh, gee, victim. Let me sign up for that shit.
Because all of these is great ideas start off with a victim.
Yeah.
All right, somebody raise your hand right now. Okay, Nate. I'm gonna say a word, and you say the first word that comes to your head, and it has to be super fast, just as quick as possible. You ready?
Okay, all right.
I mean, real fast. If it's any delay whatsoever, we're gonna just be like, that one doesn't count. You don't get any.
Okay. But,
all right, you ready?
hang on.
I'm gonna stagger them.
I know you're fucking fuck. All right.
I'm gonna take time in between them so that it becomes complicated for you.
Yeah, because you're not fucking it up with me already. All right.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Ice skater.
Hockey.
Cantonese cooking.
Chinese.
French onion dip.
Chips.
You're being too reasonable. This is.
You're telling me the first thing that pops in my fucking head.
I don't like it.
I'm sorry I broke your game.
No, you were answering it like a normal person, and I started thinking of like when.
Okay.
Doesn't make connections like that. It's going to be totally like it's every time I've ever done that with my brothers. They're like, "Dees, what the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, I don't know. I just said it. What came to my head.
Well, just keep going. Maybe I'll eventually break down. Who knows?
Okay. Iron bars.
Jail.
Doctors.
Nurses.
That was too slow. Too slow.
Faster. Was it too slow? Okay,
Faster.
sorry.
Faster.
All right, fine.
Beards.
Goatees.
You
fuck!
First thing that pops in your head. Don't try to culminate. Don't like try to organize your thoughts. Just say the word.
I'm sorry. I'm twice your age. Okay, that's just how slow my fucking brain is.
Yes,
there's
there's
a latency problem. Damn it.
All right, tentacles.
Octopus.
Octopus.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't ask me.
Sorry. President Clinton.
Cigar. Shit. That was too long. That was too long. That took too long.
Cigar. I think tentacles into oof. Okay.
But that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Dinosaur.
Gas.
Refrigerator.
Cold.
Red.
Blue.
Donkey.
Kong.
How's it going? The Jetsons.
Elroy.
Elroy? Really? Elroy? That's the one you thought of?
That's the first one that came to my mind.
Boy, Elroy.
Yeah.
Scandinavia.
Sven.
Sven?
Sven.
Nate answered him like he was like winning. He was succeeding at a clinical test.
I feel like I was on a fucking game show or something. I was like,
it just makes me feel worse because every time my brothers have ever done that with me, they're like toasters, and I'm like onions. What? I don't know why I thought of that. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you guys for coming by and listening to us goof off and stuff like that, and we'll be back next week with more. Stay tuned to Freelance Heroism. You can't see my thumbs, but they're up. So should it be fancy, noble like this?
I thought you were gonna have like NPR smooth voice kind of.
Hi, my name is Jazzy D. And I'm here to talk to you guys about cool cat shit.
Is that an album?
Welcome to the litter. That's what we call it.
Litter.
The litter where cool cats drop hot shit.